Hello, traders. Welcome to Price Plan Profit. It's Melissa, and I'm going to go over the trades that I took today. I did a lot of day trading of SPX. I'll go over that chart here at the end of the video. I also took a PMZ trade today on gold. I went long on gold, the pullback to the PMZ. I took two quick trims and then was stopped out at break even on the remainder of my position. This is so important here. These were not great profits, but I followed the plan, trimming first at the high that was made on the day, then trimming as the gold futures made or came up to their all-time high. And as with any trade that I'm in, once I'm in and have taken profits, I set a hard break even stop after that second trim. This was important today because on the gold trade, had I not had that break even stop in, I would have given up the profits that I made here because the rest of the day gold could not recover and get back up near the highs. So this is important to point out. It's good to have a process to keep winning trades winners and not let them turn into losers. I will say that by having a process for myself, I have been able to hold on to a lot more of my profits than what I did in the past. So, super important there. Other than gold, my UEC position came very close to getting stopped out today at break even. Speaking of a break even stop, but it did not get stopped out. So I have a hard break even stop in, and if UEC stops me out tomorrow, that's okay. I've collected profits. Stop would be at break even. And you can see how close it came. Basically, the break-even stop should be right at about my entry, and it came within pennies, but it did rally off of there. Now, tomorrow we could be down here, and my break-even stop is hit like it was on Delta a couple of days ago. But that's okay. I'm protecting these profits. So that's my trade on UEC. Then I started a new trade today on XEL. XEL came into an important area that I was looking to go long from. It was on a 4-hour chart, but I am trading this off of the weekly chart. So my levels to go long were here at, and it's basically flat right now. I chose the December contracts on XLE. XEL, sorry, I'm so used to saying the energy sector. XEL. I went long here at right at $72. I did a starter position here and I chose the $70 calls expiring in December. My plan is on further weakness and a pullback to $70.47. I want to look to add to full allocation. Then my stop would be a candle close below this weekly cloud. In the past, the weekly cloud has been support all the way back to July of last year. All the pullbacks here, the cloud has held and onwards and upwards. So that's why I chose the bottom of the cloud as my stop. I'm good with the risk on the trade. I do have immediate resistance up here at the 887 Fibonacci level. Now, price has already been there, and the way that we teach in the trendy room at Simpler Trading is once price can make a new high above the 887, then you have a 90%, 95% probability of coming up and making a new all-time high. So that's the trade that I started on XEL. Then, other than that, as far as trades go today, the final trades that I took was SPX day trading. If you haven't figured out by now, I day trade SPX basically every day. All right. I have several entries, several small wins. Here, an entry from this gray zone. We had a momentum reversal arrow. We made a higher low. When this candle broke out, I trimmed here and I was break even stopped out. Then opposite of that, we have a trendy edge right here, and this was the bear channel. I entered after a lower high and a breakdown candle, and I exited at the bottom of the cloud right before the 6607 level. I exited at approximately 6608, took a quick win there. I had a loss. This was an entry basically playing the same trade. The difference between this entry and this entry is I did not wait for lower highs here. And guess what? It stopped me out, but I wasn't deterred. Okay. I broke a rule in that I didn't wait for those lower highs before entering, and it cost me some profits. All right. But I shook it off. Okay. We're not always going to be perfect unless, of course, you are. But if you are, congratulations. I am not. As far as my trade, in the bearish golden pocket here, I waited for a lower high right here, and then my entry was on this candle. As price broke below the body of that candle, I went short. I bought the 6610 calls. My first target was right here at 6612. That's where I exited. I only bought one contract here. I was showing the SPX room at Simpler Trading how a scalp alert would look, and also, I was showing proof of concept in this process of waiting for a lower high and a breakdown below the body. Boom, exit. It was just a small win. Then my next entry was up here as we came back and tested this area. We did not make a higher high. So I went ahead and entered as we broke down here. I loved this entry because I had number one, a bearish golden pocket. Number two, I had a Momo reversal arrow and a trendy turn signal. This was a confluence of a lot of things inside of a bearish golden pocket. And again, didn't make a higher high at the time. Well, really all day long since the day has closed now. The high midday to the end of day was right here at about 66.15. So that was my stop on these entries, 66.15. So I entered here. I bought again the 6610 puts. I bought them for $1.40 a piece. I'm comfortable with $1,000 at risk on any trade. I did not buy $1,000 worth. I actually bought $700 worth. I bought 5 contracts here. Now, I did not trim at the previous level that I had exited that example trade from because price had already been here. I was shooting for the 66.10.84 where I exited that contract at $2.75. Then down at my next target, I exited at $3.50. The next target down here, I collected $4.80. I'm exiting one contract each level. Then at this level here, I did not wait for 6604, and I want to show you why. Because when I look over to the left, do you see the inside and breakout candle formation? That's support. So I went ahead and took profits at 66.0576 for $6.15 a contract. And then I only had one contract left, but my profits here were $135, $210, $340, and $475. A lot of profits here. I decided rather than trail my final contract, I was just going to set a break even stop, and I was break even stopped out right here at the $1.40. Because of time decay, right? I entered back here at or around 320, and time decay didn't allow price. It was actually on this candle. Uh, Time decay made it $1.40 down here, about 2 to 3 points lower than what I actually entered. But that was my trades on SPX. So overall, good day in both my SPX account and my Trendy account. I hope y'all had an awesome day of trading as well. And I always say it. I hope you hear it, and I hope that you will take me up on the offer to join Trendy John and I in the Trendy Trading Room at Simpler Trading. Or if you're an SPX trader, join us in the SPX room at Simpler Trading, or maybe both. We do have a 30-day trial for only $7. So be sure and check that out. I'll put a link in the description of this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day.